2789, or go to their website, cruisehearing.com. And stay tuned now for Ike Engelbaum. He's coming up with the bright side of aging and the Entrepreneurs Network, and you want to stay tuned for that. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for sharing the morning. I'm Bob Allison. Rob and I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit. Your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And welcome, and hopefully you are smiling. It's interesting how our weather goes. I was listening to one program, and if you really are creative in the state of Michigan, you can actually have about 4 different sports activities all in one day. You could go skiing, you could go biking, you could go canoeing, and actually then relax at one of your favorite hangouts. And one of the bright sides of aging is to really look around and get involved in getting out. Of all the tips that I try to bring out is the importance of connecting with people. And the purpose of our show is to connect you with intelligent people who've got a lot of tips on how you indeed can enjoy life in a positive way. Unfortunately, there is no way that you'll ever eliminate negative things in your life. And my mission on the show is to address different areas of how you can stay connected with people that you at one time were in touch with, and likewise taking a proactive step in your life. And we have weekly sessions to actually stimulate your brain if you're a senior that does not want to sit back even though you're retired and just sort of try to figure out where your next bingo game is going to be, or possibly a card game. I've had a lot of people come to our entrepreneur network meetings, which we have every Thursday morning, and you're welcome to join us for free at the Level 1 Bank, 37100 Woodward, which is in Bloomfield Hills, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward. We have a lot of, as I like to call them, seasoned people come who are looking for a second career path. But perhaps you're looking for a first career path. The Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan has been around for 40 years, and we've been meeting in Oakland County primarily. But as of October 1st, we're going to open up another branch for those folks that are out there on the east side, Sterling Heights, Macomb County. We will be meeting at the Mind's Eye facility, which is a beautiful facility, and we're going to be talking about their whole program after the break, after we talk to our eminent Dr. Andre Lee. For those of you who are not aware, Dr. Andre Lee was the administrator of Highland Park General Hospital, and when they closed up, rather than just walking away and trying to do something different, because he's a PhD and very knowledgeable in the healthcare field, he decided he was going to start other people that are interested in the healthcare field and encouraging young black students to consider going into the healthcare field. And he is the founder of Leeway Foundation. And because of his last name, he decided that Leeway Foundation could also have a little tagline, leading the way to the future, and especially in the healthcare field. Dr. Andre Lee is really a creative individual. He has been a professor, and he does online type programs, and he's got some phenomenal fundraising ideas for any organization that wants to raise money in a fun way. And he's written books. I would spend the whole day talking about his background, but we don't have the whole day, so we better get started, Dr. Andre Lee. How are you? Let's get the day started, all right?
We're going to cut that introduction down. You ate up about 2 or 3 minutes of my time. I'm just kidding.
That's all right.
Let me say this.
That's all right.
Rather than stick around and be unemployed, he went back and got his doctorate degree. I didn't have my doctorate degree back then.
Well, listen, you actually are following up on something that I try to encourage people, and that is education doesn't stop just because you got one degree.
No question.
Right. And the mind is capable of a lot of information. What I find fascinating is that we always assume that, kids, when they first come out of the womb, don't really appreciate what's going on. I've heard all kinds of remarkable things about potential mothers actually playing classical music like Mozart, and for some reason, depending on the gene structure, these children become lovers of music. So likewise, as you age, you don't necessarily stop thinking and growing. As one of my ichisms that I like to quote is that everyone is too old for something. No one is too old for everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've tried to get him to write a book with his autism. He continues to ignore me.
Well, we're going to write a book. So tell me what's on your mind. What would you like to talk about today?
Well, you mentioned my exhibits, which I'm starting to get calls on them. I got one yesterday that wants to see my Black Military Health Legends exhibit, and it's up in Salisbury, Maryland.
Uh-huh.
And so they've booked that one already, and I got another call from Dayton. I'm waiting on confirmation on that one, and my Black Medical School exhibit is on display in Cincinnati, even as we speak today. So that I'm really happy that these requests are starting to filter in.
Right.
Those that are interested, you better book early, because come January and February they get booked up and they're gone. I have one of most of them. I have 4 exhibits, and I got only one of them. I have 2 copies. The rest of them are singular. So that's just something to think about.
Yeah,
but anyway, the books are there for fundraising purposes. The exhibits are there for fundraising purposes for anybody that wants to host it. So it's there to do that.
Right.
And we're putting together a church digital newsletter to go to anybody's church, anybody listening. They wanted to go to your church. All I need is your church email. And in it will be tips on health tips, financial tips, particularly in the healthcare field, how to save money, how to and suggestions on how to get a healthier life and, of course, hold on to your dollars. And forms of healthy, preventive health habits.
Right.
Everybody knows, like, for instance, everybody knows about brushing your teeth after meals. They talk about that all the time. But they say you should wait about 30 minutes. Then it starts learning that if you wait 30 minutes before brushing your teeth, particularly you don't want to, if you do it too soon, the acid from the food, instead of brushing it off the tooth, you brush it into the tooth. So if you wait 30 minutes, rinse your mouth off, then go in and brush, then you have a chance to brush that acid off. That's just a very simple tip.
Right. Now repeat that again. What is the recommendation?
Wait 30 minutes. Rinse your mouth out, but don't brush. Wait 30 minutes and then brush, because otherwise the acid, you tend to brush, like if you drank a soda, the acid tends to sit on your teeth, and then if you brush it, you brush it into the tooth. And so they're saying now that they think you should wait at least 30 minutes, rinse your mouth off, and then brush after that. So that's interesting. And I ran across that.
Usually everybody rushes, and sometimes it's better to wait, and actually it's more beneficial. As one of my other icisms is that, yes, it's true, it's the early bird that gets the worm, but it's the second mouse that gets the cheese, right? So maybe in this case, when it comes to brushing your teeth, you're better off and waiting 30 minutes, which is great. And actually, that's one of the downsides. If you brush your teeth immediately and you had a meal that's particularly flavorful, when you brush it, that flavor goes away. This way, at least that flavor stays with you longer, and it's better for you in the long run.
That's the upside of that. That's very true. Very true.
Right. Now,
and I wanted to mention something about exercising, too. My wife has a phobia against exercising. I fuss at her all the time, but you need to do something. And I still encourage listeners to do it. If you don't like exercising and sweating and being aerobic and all that stuff like some people, then at least, if nothing else, walk 5 or 10 minutes. And if even that's hard for you to do, at least while you're sitting there watching television, lift your legs up and down and do some isotonic crunches. That anything, even a small amount, is very helpful. Has some health benefits to it. So.
Right.
Despite all of that, there's always some kind of exercise you can do, okay? And if you're a beer drinker, instead of drinking the whole six-pack, take that six-pack and do some crunches with that six-pack.
Yeah, right. Well, you can. They say portion size and exercise, and while you're sitting, if you're watching TV, There's these leg exercisers that you can actually have sit on the floor, and it's basically the pedaling portion of, let's say, an exercise bike. It sits on the floor, and you can actually stimulate the whole blood flow and help in the circulation.
Right.
And
right.
these are
exactly
tips
right.
that
Well,
are
that
simple.
Goes, that's the kind of stuff that I put in the newsletter.
Right.
You know,
Well,
for
if anyone,
churches to send on to their members.
right.
Yeah, it's helpful tips.
Right. Well,
you know.
I look forward to working with you on that. Any church or organization that's looking for fundraising, not only via portraits, via books, or the newsletter, please call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. It's 888-489-8980, and we can put you in direct touch with Dr. Lee and maybe even arrange for a video conference right into your church. And it could be a fun way of learning and also benefiting in your overall health, and hopefully add a few more happy years to your life. Anyway, we've run out of time for this segment, and hopefully we'll talk again next week. Dr. Andre Lee, keep on doing. All right, sir?
Yeah, all right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back. Don't you dare go away. If you are diabetic, I am sure you have been warned by your doctor about the circulation problems that may occur, especially in your legs and your feet. That is why Medicare still pays for a free new pair of shoes if you're diabetic. And also, there's a system called neuropathy that may settle in that can be treated by a non-invasive system best described as the anodyne therapy. Call 1-888-489-8980 and find out how your leg circulation could be possibly improved by the anodyne therapy. Anodyne therapy is a non-invasive way of producing warmth in your legs and is applied by a professional and in the convenience of your home or a nearby office. That's 1-888-489-8980. And if you'd like a free brochure on how Medicare can help you as a diabetic patient, many services are available for free. Call 1-888-489-8980.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And not only at home, but you will be smiling if you check out the Mind's Eye. It's a meditation and healing center right on 21 Mile Road, specifically 15300, 21 Mile Road in Macomb, Michigan. And the major intersections are Hayes and 21 Mile Road. And the reason you'll smile is you'll have a chance to meet a smiling registered nurse by the name of Jennifer Hicks. Jennifer Hicks is a private duty nurse, and she's had hospital experience in the emergency room and also been involved with surgical medicine. And on top of all her credentials in the medical field, Jennifer Hicks is involved with biofeedback and also Bach flower therapy and bodyworks. Jennifer Hicks, you must be a very busy lady, right?
Yes, I am. Not as busy as you, though.
Well, actually, we sort of share one thing in common. I am a pharmacist, as you may know, and
Yes.
I've always told doctors many times, in as sociable a way as possible, that everyone assumes that, when a doctor diagnoses the particular condition, that's obviously very vital. But it's the pharmacist and the nurse that picks up after he's identified a problem. So
You are right.
we're one important part of the whole team of getting people better. And I'm so pleased that I had the opportunity to meet with you and your associate Gundi, and you have another associate, Jennifer, that I look forward to meeting. And you really have a lot to be proud of. The location of the Mind's Eye is 15321 Mile Road, and it's just sort of one of these places. Reminds me of like going into a library. You suddenly feel you're connected somehow with life in a much more relaxing and also meaningful way. So for those people that have sort of got a mind's view in their own mind, what happens when you walk into Mind's Eye? Can you describe the facility to us?
Certainly. It's a 6,000 square foot meditation and healing center. So we have various rooms that actually can be rented if someone wants to do a workshop or to hold a class. Currently, we have several different types of yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong. Myself, I do quantum biofeedback and Bach flower remedy consultations there, as well as body work. We also have a cranial sacral therapist, and Jennifer Rossi, one of the owners, she's a hypnotherapist. And Gundi Gerhardt is also one of the owners, and she does pranic healing. Both people are pranic healers. And I was going to talk today to specifically our seniors, some of the classes that we have that they might find to be very helpful. And we have various types of yoga. We offer hatha, aerial, restorative yoga, ashtanga, all of these yin yoga. Also, we offer Tai Chi and Qigong. So what you can basically expect, and what most often people see, where they see improvements in their life, whether they're doing yoga, Tai Chi, or Qigong, or meditating, well let's just say yoga, Tai Chi, or Qigong, is an increase in flexibility. They'll also notice sometimes their balance is improved. There's increase in their circulatory system. Oftentimes people sleep better. They have a happier mood. And then they also get socializing because there's other people in the class with them.
Well, it sounds really very interesting and all. And I just wondered, as far as a senior that hasn't really exercised at all, and they've heard things about yoga, which now is probably more popular than ever before. Tell us a little bit about some of the different forms, if you would. You have hatha.
Hatha yoga.
How is that?
Hatha yoga is the body. It's body movements. It's generally for people who are beginners, and basically all of our classes are for beginners, and then our teachers will instruct to the level of the student. So hatha yoga would be a great type of a yoga to come into because you're learning different postures and stretches, and then breathing. It helps the body. It helps you to become more aware of your body. So the difference between that and, let's say, Ashtanga or Vinyasa, those are more of a rigorous, fast-paced yoga for maybe someone who wants to move and sweat a lot.
Uh-huh. So depending on the person's physical condition, then you try to work with them for whatever level they're comfortable in. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. And the yoga instructors are all certified yoga instructors, and they do pay attention to the individual in the class.
Now, I know for the more rigorous type of exercise, they always, of course, nothing is more important than checking with a doctor as to your medical condition. Is that also true with yoga? You should get the doctor's opinion before you get involved with any of these different forms of yoga, or is it pretty bland way of exercising?
You know, I think it's always a good idea to have a very good relationship with your physician. So I don't know that it's absolutely necessary. The person always has to take responsibility for how healthy they are. Sometimes Tai Chi is often seen more as an easing into an exercise program. Tai Chi is a form of slow movements that too helps to improve one's balance and concentration. So oftentimes Tai Chi is a way to come into an exercise program that is not as vigorous as possibly yoga, someone may feel yoga is.
Now, if a senior wants to try it out, what's the procedure? Is the initial assessment? Is there a charge for them to see whether this is for them? Walk us through, say, hey, you know, this sounds interesting. I'd like to get involved with yoga. What happens?
Well, basically, you can come in, and I would definitely say go to the website, which is mineestore.com, and take a look and see if there's a particular yoga class that you're interested in. I would say if it's yoga, come to the Hatha or the restorative aerial yoga. In aerial yoga, they use a silk that's hung from the ceiling, and what that does is it actually is able to hold the body while you're doing different stretches. So it's as if someone's holding you up. So it takes off some of the effects of gravity, right? So we don't fall forward.
I was over there and visualized like silk. It's almost like a swing that you sit in. A sling swing.
It is. And I'll have to say they're not actually silk, they're polyester, but they're referred to as silk.
So you get into this, whatever the material is, but you're not on your feet, so it takes all of the pressure.
Well, no, sometimes we actually do swing, but you are on your feet, and so you might be going over to bend your toe, to touch your toes, let's say, and the silk will be at your waist, so it holds the weight of your body. If you're not able to actually touch your toes, you're still going to get the stretch from the bending over.
What's a ballpark type price for some of the yoga?
Well, we have, for the aerial yoga, and this is for new students only, you can choose to come in for either the restorative yoga, aerial yoga, or the regular aerial yoga, and it's half off. So generally, one class is $25. So to come in, it's $12.50. There are various packages, and you can go online again and look at those different packages. So the more classes that you take, the less each class cost.
And it's such an upbeat atmosphere that you've got tea and honey.
We do have tea and honey, yes.
And it's just a beautiful area to try to check out whether yoga is for you. And the direct number there is 586-468-5463. That's 586-468-5463. But we always have our safety net number, 888-489-8980. 888-489-8980. And I assume you can do a certain assessment by phone as well before the person comes in to describe more of what's involved.
Oh, most definitely. And I wanted to say, too, anyone who does mention that they heard this on the show will receive a 20% discount, a one-time 20% discount on either a service, a class, or an item.
Well, that sounds fantastic. And the hours are
10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Friday, Saturday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Wow, so it's certainly accessible. As far as the availability, you're there almost every day. You have private appointments scheduled as well, is that correct?
Yes, I do. I have private appointments scheduled, but I also work as a nurse. So.
All right. So you got everything covered.
Right.
Thanks, Jennifer. We'll talk again next week. Right now, I only have enough time for my parting remark, which is, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with a bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. House Calls on Wheels has a great idea on how you can help your loved ones stay comfortable, independent, safe, and right at home by converting your attached garage or retrofitting your home to a customized home healthcare suite. Call 888-489-8980. The Healthcare Suite is a customized floor plan which quickly and easily converts your garage or modifies any room inside your home into a comfortable living area in less than 90 days. If you'd like, the unit has its own heating, air conditioning, and plumbing system, even a private bathroom, and all of this for less than a year's stay in a nursing home. And we have a budget plan so that we can work within your budget. Call 888-489-8980. We even have a free video that you can see. Call 888-489-8980 and find out about the Healthcare Suite now.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And if you're smiling, you can show up smiling tomorrow morning, Thursday, and every Thursday morning from 9:15 to 10:30. And actually, we have a sort of an after-hour type meeting. So although our meetings start at 9:15 Thursday mornings with free coffee and free donuts, you're going to have a chance to introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do and what we can do to help you build or start your own business. The Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, the mission is to surround ourselves by motivated people that are giver types, not taker types. And we're going to be discussing a book in a few minutes titled Go Givers, Sell More, with one of our entrepreneur members, Ted Kantu. And Ted Kantu hails from Eastern Michigan University, and he's worked in advertising for over 20 years in Chicago, New York, and Detroit, and worked with some major companies. And in studio is also a fellow entrepreneur. I think it's appropriate, even though Jennifer Hicks, your registered nurse, to call you fellow. Do you feel offended by that at all?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Then Jennifer Hicks, as we just talked, is not only a registered nurse, but she's taken more on than most registered nurses usually do. I'm a pharmacist, and when you hear the word pharmacist, of course, it's pretty descriptive of what we do for our profession. Likewise, nurses are always looked upon as following up on the various services that a patient might need. But Jennifer has gone that extra step and has that entrepreneurial spirit and gotten involved with alternative or integrated ways of keeping you healthy, which is another portion of our networking group. Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan is not only intended to help you in your professional career, but also in your personal health. And unless you join us for coffee and donuts and get to know us better, it may be a little bit confusing as to what makes us different. But in the entrepreneurial world, it's always important that you identify what your unique selling proposition is. USP is the acronym. The USP for the Entrepreneurs Network is we not only try to help you in building your business, but put you in touch with people that can help you grow your business. And we also identify self-improvement. You should never stop learning, and that's why we encourage you that rather than listening to the unfortunate, sad news from some parts of the world, there are good parts of the world, and we try to make your world as successful as can be. So we've devoted our mission, so to speak, to helping you in your health, your career, and possibly encourage you to develop relationships with people that are important in your life. And although we're not a religious organization, I cannot stress the importance of devoting some time of your life to spiritual connections. And that's why I think someone like Jennifer Hicks, who's a registered nurse, can identify both the real urgent medical needs as well as how you can enjoy life in a much more enjoyable way. And Ted Kantu, as you know, our format at our meetings is we ask everybody to give their 60-second elevator pitch. So, Mr. Ted Kantu, your 60 seconds are due to start right now. What is it?
Okay. Hey, thanks a lot for having me on, Ike. Hello, everyone out there, Metro Detroit. I am actually building a really cool platform for local businesses. I want to connect as many Metro Detroit businesses as possible to each other, and also give you 3 to 6 referral partners right off the bat that you can do business with. And this is a great platform for people, and it's there's no limits like other social media networks like Facebook and so on. But this is a great opportunity, and thank you for having me on.
Well, I appreciate your being here, and now let's sort of chunk into that whole format. It sounds very interesting, but your vision and what you're doing is to approach, is it the mortar and brick places or professions?
Yes. Both, actually.
So if you're, let's say, I live in the West Bloomfield area, so if I am doing business as at a restaurant or as at a doctor's office in West Bloomfield, what's Ted Kantu going to do to help me build my practice or business?
Well, it's interesting you say that because there's a dentist I'm working with in Birmingham right now, and he's looking to actually connect to more children, and he does children's dentistry. And I'm actually connecting him with different types of pediatricians and also local schools in his area that would give him referrals.
So walk me through that. Here I'm a dentist, and I want to build my practice reaching to young people. What happens? I mean, you develop the web page. What's the nitty-gritty of it, so to speak?
The nitty-gritty is really, I don't have to even touch his original website. I don't have to go in there and recreate it for him. I basically build a frame around it, and I'm able to move it and transport it in any keyword search that he wants to be part of. So he just gives me a list of his keywords, his wish list, his best referral sources, and from there I am able to make those kinds of connections for him.
Now, when you say keywords, what does that mean?
Those are the most popular keywords that are searched on Google to find goods and services. So every month there's a database of keyword searches that Google collects to find out what people are searching for. I'm able to tap into that information and basically take that and put it into the media that I create.
So it sounds very interesting. So let's say I'm a dentist and someone who's sort of surfing around wanting to find a dentist. Since I am trying to find a dentist that specializes in young people, would young be a key word, or what type of words would you anticipate someone would log on to get to you?
It might come up as, it could be children's dentistry. It could be pain-free child dentist. Whatever people type in the previous month, that's what Google calculates. So I tap in and I find out what those are, what those phrases are, and then I use that same information into the web pages and blog media that I create.
So I'm searching for a dentist to treat my child, and once I put down child dentistry, his name pops up with his webpage. Is that how that works?
Yes, and typically that's what happens. But the cool part about this technology, what I put together, is it could be a referral a child daycare center in the local area. He may pop up side by side with that search, and it'd be unintentional, but very advantageous for him to be part of that search pool.
So, I'm still from that old-fashioned school, and I remember yellow pages.
Yes.
I don't know if they still print them, but I think that certain areas do. And I envision in the old days of yellow pages, if you were looking for a dentist, there'd be some that had bold print in the yellow pages, and some would actually take out like a box ad to accentuate that they exist. So now, fast forward to 2017, you can do that on a webpage if you know what the heck you're doing. Is that correct?
Yes. But even better, even if you don't know what you're doing, you can just call me and I'll do it for you.
Well, I'm in that category. I don't know what I'm doing. How can you help me, Doc? But I mean, the point is you actually, I assume, let's say someone is interested. Of course, they can call our toll-free number 888-489-8980, and I can put you in touch unless you want to give out a direct phone number to you.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can call me directly. Ask for Ted Kantu, and my number here is 248-277-6141.
So that's 248-277-6141, and then you could do a certain assessment on the initial call. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's absolutely free to get placed.
Right. Now you certainly have got an extensive background. You worked for Coca-Cola, Citibank, Budweiser, and Capitol Records, so you can learn from that experience. So they're buying Ted Cantu's experience as well. Is that correct?
Yes. Basically, what I like to say is I'm taking Madison Avenue and delivering it to Main Street, USA. Is what I'm doing.
Right. So, and then in talking to you at the meetings, and you're going to be at our Entrepreneur Network meeting hopefully tomorrow at the Level 1 Bank from 9:15 to 10:30, and then we allow usually about an hour. So we're really there till around 11:30 if you wish to stick around. But if you don't want to stick around, that's okay. You'll still get a chance to meet people like Ted Cantu in the marketing world, and people like Jennifer Hicks, who's a registered nurse and entrepreneurial registered nurse. How's that for a tagline for you, okay?
That's a great tagline.
All right, right now we'll take a brief break, and when we get back, Mr. Ted Cantu, just so that you don't just relax and fall asleep on me, we're going to be talking about a terrific book written by Bob Berg and John David Mann on Go Givers Sell More. And the book is fantastic for anyone that wants to consider building their business, and both electronically as well as physically. Don't you dare go away, folks. We'll be right back. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And we'd like to see you smile tomorrow morning, Thursday, 9:15 to 10:30 over at the Level 1 Bank. It's free. You can meet all kinds of really interesting entrepreneurs, and I pride myself on having founded the organization 40 years ago, and we've been meeting routinely over the years, and as a result, we have over 20,000 contacts of entrepreneurs that are of the type that give rather than just take. I have a icism that I quote every once in a while that states that takers sometimes eat a bit better, but givers always sleep much more. And a pleasant way. And I cannot stress the importance of giving, because that's what we do. We give each other tips, and if you become a member, we are there to help mentor you along the way. We've got all kinds of benefits of not only giving you mentoring advice, but substantial discounts. You can get up to 50 to 70% discount on your printing costs with our relationship with Office Depot. We have weekly conference type calls that give you specifics on home-based business opportunities. And as luck would have it, Ted Cantu, who's one of our members, brought to my attention a book titled Go Givers Sell More. And for those of you who have not heard of Bob Berg, you unfortunately have missed out on really a talented individual. He and John David Nann have written this book, Go Givers Sell More. And on the jacket, it actually highlights from famous people that I'm sure you've heard of. Stephen Covey, he is the New York Times best-selling author of The Speed of Trust, and he's written all kinds of books. And he wrote about the book. He says, I love this book. I could tell you all about how well it's written and how full it is of knowledge, value, service, and real-world examples of success and influence due to giving. Instead, I'll say simply, the Go-Givers Sell More will touch a lot of lives. And Ted Cantu, who's a specialist in mobile marketing, really talked in a positive way about the book. And for those folks that are interested, they can always give us a call at 888-489-8980. And the book is broken down into real easy read type format, and actually has 5 categories. Category 1, the law of value. The law of compensation is number 2. Number 3 is the law of influence. Number 4, the law of authenticity. And number 5, the law of receptivity. Being receptacle, so to speak, which always reminds me of the importance in not only your professional or personal life, but the art of listening, okay? And that is one of the keys that if you want to be successful in any parts of your life, you have to listen. But Ted, I wanted to have us discuss an overview of the book, and let's talk about the law of value. Can you share with us what you gleaned from the walkaway message from that section?
Yeah, this is a fantastic book, and it's changed a lot of the ways that I interact with people and how I make sales. But this is really cool. You know, the traditional ways of making sales used to be you find a prospect, you got to qualify them, then you got to do a presentation, you got to overcome objectives, and then you got to close and do a follow-up and provide customer service. But the new way, the way that it works so well, the Go Givers Sell More version is to create value up front, actually give away a lot of free value, answer a lot of questions freely. I touch people's lives, and then also you need to build networks. And that's kind of what we touched upon earlier in the show. And also be very real, and I think we touch upon that in our Entrepreneurs Network meetings. We don't use heavy jargon to confuse people. We talk very plainly to people to create those kind of avenues of open communication and to also stay open to their concerns.
So the key is to really understand what that person is trying to accomplish.
Yes.
And then so many times we're so anxious to blurt out what we do that we don't really realize what that person is in need of. And one of the tips that I always try to stress, like you brought out, when you do your 60-second elevator pitch, in which, by the way, is one of the other benefits, we actually will critique, with your permission, of course, your 60-second elevator pitch. Ideally, we can actually cut it down to a 30-second pitch, because many times you don't have 60 seconds. Someone says, hey, Ted Cantu, what do you do? they're anxiously, and that's what the 60-second elevator pitch came all about. You're on an elevator and your floor is there, so you can't ramble on. Person is out of the elevator by that time, right?
Right.
So you got to say it clearly, succinctly, and understandably, and how you can help that individual. I noticed in the index of the book there's a reference made to MacGuffin. What is that all about?
Yeah, that's interesting. The MacGuffin was a term used by Alfred Hitchcock, the film director, and it's a plot device to keep things moving in any movie. And sometimes it's not a physical object, it's just a process of communicating an idea. So when you do your pitch with people, it's important to know what you want to convey, and also you want to do it in such a way that you can walk that person through a process, so it's from beginning to end.
So then it's actually sort of like a movie that you have the introduction and then and the process of the plot developing. It sort of has a logical sequence to the end of the movie. Is that what that's referring to?
Yes, and it's also to make it a very pleasant experience, and it's very memorable to them. So it's very useful.
Right. Well, he was obviously a talented individual. I mean, every time you mention his name, the movie Psycho comes to mind, right?
Right, yes. Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that in a way, sales is a really almost like a movie, except you're not showing pictures, you're using words to put it in a person's mind. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Right. Well, you know, I think back, I recall attending one seminar, is that how a movie is structured. You don't really realize it, but usually you have an overview, let's say, of if a movie is like they did a movie in Detroit or wherever it is. It's like when the movie opens, it's like a broad spectrum of where the scene is, and then it zooms in to the characters. Likewise, when you're introducing yourself as an entrepreneur, you give a broad description of the business that you're out to do, and then cut into the specific, and staying on theme with Go Givers, where you give, is one of the great lines when you're networking that I've used and try to use as frequently as possible, is when you're hearing someone describe their business and what they do, ask them a very simple question. Say, you know, I really appreciate talking to you, and I sort of understand what you do, but how will I know who I can refer to you? Then they can say, well, you know, it's one thing to say I'm in the financial world. Well, that sounds very nice and what have you, but wouldn't it be more specific? Well, if you know anybody that's a mortgage loan officer at a bank, that's a good lead for me. Be as specific as to the title. And ideally, and we stress that at our meetings, so many times people come in and they say, well, I would like to get into the real estate, but a real estate agent is good. Well, do you want a real estate agent that's in the commercial field or residential field? Or which zip code is of interest to you? There's a lot more to talk about. We can't do it today because we run out of time, but I don't want to leave without my favorite parting thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what